Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime Fun. I dedicate this next book to my wonderful son, Sean, the best daddy ever. Today's personalized VeggieTales story is called Jellyfish Jam by Cindy Kenny and Doug Peterson. And the mission commander for this mission possible is Sean. The Get Up and Go machine splashed into the ocean and plunged through the bubbles. It carried the Mission Possible team deeper and deeper until they reached the very bottom of the sea. A sticky mission. Larry the Cucumber was inside the Get Up and Go machine preparing his lunch. Suddenly, a huge shark came up to the window. Ah! Larry's peanut buttery bread hit the ceiling, then plop right on Bob the Tomato's head. "Stay brave, guys," said Sean, the leader of the Mission Possible team. He steered the machine away from the shark. Larry went back to his lunch. Ring, ring, ring. The phone rang loudly. Startled again, Larry missed his bread and smeared peanut butter on the periscope. Larry was a sticky mess. Ring, ring, ring. "Hello, Larry. This is Mission Control. We have a very important mission for you. Grab the mission folder from the mailbag and we'll fill you in on the details." "Roger that." Larry began to tremble as he pulled some photos from the folder. "This is a very mean-looking jellyfish." "As you can see, Larry, this mission could be a little scary, so it's good you're being led by Sean, our most insightful agent from Shawnigan Lake, British Columbia." The Seaweedles, who used to live peacefully, are being held against their will by these jellyfish. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to get the jellyfish to let the Seaweedles go. Just as Mission Control signed off, the Get Up and Go machine reached the Seaweedle Kingdom. "Grab your scuba gear," Sean shouted. Oops. Larry got peanut butter all over his scuba gear. "Lead the way, Sean. I'll stick close to you." "I'm sure you will, Larry." Meet the Seaweedles. As they left the Get Up and Go machine, our heroes were greeted by 4 Seaweedles. Their names were John, George, Pauline, and Bingo. The Seaweedles said they were being forced to make jelly sandwiches day and night without rest, without a break, and without peanut butter. "Jellyfish hate peanut butter," Pauline explained. "We need King Soggy Bread to help us." King Soggy Bread, the Seaweedle King, ran away when the jellyfish first came. He promised he'd be back to save them, but he still had not returned. "We gotta find this King Soggy Bread," said Sean. "Let's go before the jellyfish see us." Oh, too late. The team was quickly surrounded by a mob of pink, squishy creatures. "Jellify 'em!" the jellyfish yelled as they shot grapey goo from their tentacles. "Splat, kasploot! This way!" Sean shouted. Sean tried to open the Get Up and Go hatch, but it was stuck shut by jelly. They were trapped. Just when they thought things couldn't get worse, a giant octopus shot out of the gloom and snatched them up. "Is he kidnapping us?" Bingo asked. Yeah, George sang. "No, no, no," the octopus sang. "I'm saving you." The octopus's name was Army, and Army knew exactly where they could find King Soggy Bread. "I'll take you there," he explained. They all headed out into the deep blue ocean. The Seaweedle King. It wasn't long before they came to a cave with a sign that said, "Razor Sharp Pearly Whites." "Your king is in there," said Army. "He's a shark dentist." Larry trembled. "I'm afraid of sharks and dentists. Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away," sang Pauline. "When we're afraid, remember that God always sticks by your side," said Sean, as he bravely swam into the cave. The team swam inside and found themselves completely surrounded by sharks. Ooh. But these weren't your typical monsters of the deep. These sharks were scared. In the back room, the dentist's drill whirred like a mad hornet. "I'm afraid," said one shark to another. "Hold my fin." Our heroes slowly swam through the waiting room, trying not to draw attention. "When I'm afraid, God sticks by my side. When I'm afraid, God sticks by my side," Larry kept saying. Next, it was King Soggy Bread, and he was shocked to see the Seaweedles. "What are you doing here?" "We came to find you with a little help from our friends," said Bingo. "You said you'd return and rescue us," said Pauline. "What happened?" "I'm terrified of jellyfish, so I ran," King Soggy Bread said sadly. "But you were flossing a shark's teeth," Sean pointed out. "That seems awfully brave." "When I ran away, I wanted to learn to be brave, so I became a shark dentist. But this job doesn't take much bravery. These sharks are afraid of me." "You must free your people," demanded Sean. "But I can't leave my patients." "Ah, go ahead," said the shark in his chair. "We'll reschedule." "King Soggy Bread, you must be brave," Larry reminded him. "God will help you. He will stick by your side." The king took a deep breath. Then his face lit up with courage. "Okay, I'll do it." Everyone cheered. The loudest cheers came from the sharks in the waiting room. The Magnificent Eight. The team returned to the Seaweedle Castle. Hiding behind some coral, they watched the sad Seaweedles slave away making jellyfish sandwiches. "It's hopeless," said King Soggy Bread, wanting to run away. "How can we save them?" No one said a word for the longest time. And then Sean thoughtfully jumped up. "I have a plan." Sean swam to the Get Up and Go machine and pulled out their secret weapon, peanut butter. "The jellyfish hate peanut butter," Sean said, remembering Pauline's words. When Sean gave the signal, King Soggy Bread stepped out from hiding. "Free my people!" he shouted, and like heroes in the Old West, the team stepped out ready for battle. "Jellify 'em!" The jellyfish hurled grapey goo. Our heroes slung sticky peanut butter. It was a PB&J battle of epic proportion. Splot, kersplitch, and thwap. Unfortunately, our heroes couldn't sling peanut butter fast enough. They were getting creamed. Suddenly, Sean turned and ran away. "Oh, is he leaving us?" gasped King Soggy Bread. "Be brave, Sean," Bob shouted, but Sean was already too far away to hear. Retreat! King Soggy Bread turned and led the team to a deep trench. But the jellyfish followed close behind and quickly surrounded them. They were trapped. Be brave, Bob reminded them. God will stick with us. Eyes glowing, the jellyfish closed in. Our heroes were doomed. The Great White Rescue. Suddenly, Sean and dozens of sharks snuck up behind the jellyfish. All had jars of peanut butter and pearly white grins. The jellyfish knew they were beaten. Sean didn't flee in fear after all. He swam off to get help. Sean's insight had saved the day. So what do you want from us? Snarled the jellyfish. 2 promises, said King Soggy Bread. First, stop bullying the seaweedles. The jellyfish glanced at the sharks. Okay, what's the second promise? That's when the king did something that took the most bravery of all. Promise to be our friends and join us in a big celebration, said King Soggy Bread. The jellyfish were shocked. All you need is love, said John. And God, added Pauline. Yeah, 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 sang George. The party along the coral reef was huge and colorful. Everyone was there. Seaweedles, jellyfish, sharks, and sea cucumbers. No relation to Larry. Afterwards, the Mission Possible team piled into the Get Up and Go machine and said goodbye and shot off into a cloud of bubbles. Roar! As the Get Up and Go machine reached the surface of the ocean, 2 rockets popped out of the bottom. Sean steered toward the stars, but little did they know that big trouble lay just beyond the Milky Way. Stay tuned. And this is a little hint of what adventures lie ahead for Mission Possible 3. Stay tuned for the fun. See you next time.